You are not living your life. You are managing it. You are surviving it. You are enduring it day after day, alarm clock to alarm clock, weekend to weekend, waiting for something to change. But nothing changes because you are asleep. And the terrifying part? You don't even know it. Most people go through their entire lives without ever waking up. They eat the same food. They watch the same shows. They have the same conversations about the same nothing. And every year that passes, something deep inside them whispers that time is running out. But they hit snooze on that voice too. Today, that ends. Today, we talk about what it actually means to be spiritually and mentally asleep, and the brutal cost of staying that way. Section 1. What being asleep actually looks like. Most people picture a spiritually asleep person as someone dark, broken, obviously lost. But that's not who we're talking about. We are talking about the person who goes to church on Sunday and lies on Monday. The person who posts Bible verses but hasn't opened the Bible in 6 months. The person who says, "I'll start being serious about my life next year," and has said that for 5 years straight. Being asleep doesn't look like a crisis. It looks like comfort. It looks like routine. It looks like everything being fine. Fine is the most dangerous word in a person's life. Fine means numb. Fine means you've stopped expecting anything greater. Fine means you've accepted a fraction of the life God intended for you. The asleep person is not the addict on the street corner. The asleep person is you scrolling at midnight, eating out of boredom, numbing themselves with noise because silence forces confrontation with what they've been avoiding. Paul writes in Romans 13 verse 1. And do this, understanding the present time. The hour has already come for you to wake up from your slumber, because our salvation is nearer now than when we first believed. Paul is not writing to pagans. He is writing to believers, to people who already know the truth, people just like you. And he is saying, wake up. The hour is already here. Section 2. The cost of staying asleep. Here is what nobody tells you about staying asleep. It is not free. You are paying for it every single day. You pay with your relationships because a sleeping person cannot truly connect. They only perform. They show up physically but check out emotionally. They give people the surface version of themselves and wonder why they feel so alone. You pay with your potential. Every dream you had, every calling you felt stirring, every moment where something inside you said, "This is what I'm supposed to be doing." You traded that for comfort, for safety, for the familiar. You pay with your time, and this is the one you cannot get back. Every year you stay asleep is a year that is gone. Not paused, not waiting for you on the other side. Gone. The rich man in Luke 12 had everything. Barns full, future secured, comfort, locked in. And God said to him, "You fool, tonight your soul will be required of you. Not next year, tonight. And all those things you hoarded, all that safety you built, who does it belong to now?" The cost of sleep is your life. And most people will only realize that when it is too late to do anything about it. Section 3. Why people choose to stay asleep. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Most people are not asleep because they don't know better. They are asleep because waking up is painful. To wake up means to look honestly at your life. At the time you've wasted. At the relationships you've neglected. At the version of yourself you promised to become and didn't. At the God you've been treating as a vending machine, only approaching when you need something. Waking up means accountability. And human beings will do almost anything to avoid accountability. We will stay in the wrong relationship, the wrong job, the wrong mindset, as long as it lets us avoid facing the truth about ourselves. There is also the problem of environment. You cannot wake up while you are surrounded by sleeping people. People who normalize mediocrity, who mock ambition, who say things like, "That's just life," when life disappoints them, instead of asking why their life looks nothing like what God promised. Proverbs 13:20 says, "Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm." The people around you are either pulling you toward consciousness or deeper into sleep. There is no neutral ground. Section 4. What waking up actually requires. Waking up is not a moment. It is a decision that you have to make again and again, every day, until it becomes who you are. It starts with silence. Not meditation in the trendy sense, but the terrifying kind of silence where you sit with yourself and you ask, is this actually the life I want? Is this who God made me to be? If I died today, would I be at peace with how I lived? Most people never ask those questions because the answers are uncomfortable. But those questions are the alarm clock. Then it requires honesty. You have to stop telling yourself comfortable lies. I'll change when things are easier. Things will never be easier, they will only be different. God understands. He does understand. He understands that you have been given everything you need and chosen to do nothing with it. Ephesians 5:14 says, "Wake up, sleeper, rise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you." This is not a suggestion. It is a command. And notice what follows the command: light, clarity, direction. But it only comes after you choose to rise. The question is not whether God can wake you up. The question is whether you are willing to be woken. You came to this video for a reason. Whether you believe in coincidence or not, something brought you here. And I want you to sit with one question before you go. What in your life have you been hitting snooze on? Not someone else's life. Yours. What calling, what relationship, what truth have you been putting off because right now is never the right time? Romans 13:1 says the hour has already come. Not soon. Already. The clock is moving whether you move with it or not. Make a decision today. Not tomorrow. Not Monday. Today. That you will stop managing your life and start living it. That you will stop being a spectator of your own existence. That you will wake up. Fully, finally, and without apology. Because a life half lived is still a life lost. If this hit you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And stay with this channel because we're just getting started.